family, welcome back. August 27th, it's a French one today. National Pot de Creme Day, or Pots of Cream. It's basically, from what I gather of it, it basically sounds to me like creme brulee without the brulee. It's just the custard part, kind of. But it's supposed to be looser than a creme brulee. Creme brulee is a little more custardy. This is kind of in between a custard and a mousse or pudding, you know what I mean? Somewhere in there, kind of jiggly. But anyway, we're doing a butterscotch version today, which I don't know why it's called butterscotch. There's no butter in it and there's no scotch in it. Maybe there should be some scotch, or you drink the scotch while you make this. Maybe that's what you're supposed to do. I don't know. Anyway, very few ingredients, 2 pots, oven. We're ready to go. Alrighty, here's what you need. Okay, for our butterscotch pot de creme day, we need 1½ cups of heavy cream, ½ cup of whole milk, 1/4 cup of dark brown sugar, 1/4 cup of water, 3/4 cups of granulated sugar, 5 egg yolks, and a teaspoon of vanilla. That's it. Okay, so let's get started. We have 2 saucepans here, a small one and a medium one, or a medium one and a large one, or whatever. In the smaller one, you're going to, on a very low heat, you're going to put your heavy cream and your milk and your brown sugar and your vanilla. Okay? And you're just going to stir this till it dissolves and all your brown sugar dissolves into this mixture and it comes to a simmer. We don't want to bring this to a boil, okay? We just want to simmer this till it all incorporates together. Okay? Okay, and then in our bigger pot here, we want to put our 1/4 cup of water and our sugar, okay? Our regular sugar. And we want to cook this down now, okay? Let me get another spatula here. We want to cook this until the sugar dissolves and then just let it brown to that amber color, you know, like when we're making a caramel, because basically that's what we're doing, okay? So you just kind of want to stir this together and then leave it alone. We've done this one before. Let that just sit. It's going to bubble and get all caramelized and melt down, okay? So we're going to keep an eye on that one and watch for that amber color. About 3 to 5 minutes, let that one simmer. It's already starting to simmer if you can hear it, okay? So let's get all of these together, get both of these working, keep our eye on both of these, and we'll be back for the next step. Okay, so we have our simmering milk mixture there, and as you can see, our sugar mixture turned that brown color that we're looking for. Okay? Now I'm going to whisk the sugar mixture into the cream mixture, okay? A little at a time, just want to incorporate that in, okay? You can actually take this off the heat now. Cut everything off here. Okay? So this is going to add our butterscotch flavor, I'm guessing, because that's kind of butterscotch is the sugar and water with this brown sugar. Will all mix together. I can smell it already. It already smells very butterscotchy. Okay, so you just want to whisk that in. As you can see, it's foaming up. This whole mixture is turning a nice brown color, which we like, because that's butterscotch, you know, that beigey color, okay? And that's it on that. Just make sure that's really whisked good. Okay, I'm going to let that sit for just a couple minutes because I think it's too hot to temper, because we have to temper our eggs like we've done with a bunch of them. Here's my 5 egg yolks. I'm going to put them in my big pitcher here because I want to be able to pour them into my ramekins, which I have ready here. My oven's already preheating to 300, so I'm just going to let this cool for just a minute, because when it's that boiling hot, it cooks your eggs. That's what we found before. So see all the steam, how hot it is. It's not boiling, but it's hot. Okay, so I'm just going to let it sit for a minute or two, and then we'll slowly drizzle it and whisk our eggs and temper it. I'm not using my big mixer for this today. Not necessary to drag that whole thing out. We'll just do it by hand, okay? So I'll be right back in a minute when this cools down a bit. So that's cooled down a bit. I'm just going to whisk my eggs first in this bowl. I switched to a bowl because I forgot that I have to put, after you temper your eggs and whisk this all together, you got to run it through a sieve and then put it in your pots because you want to make sure you get any bits you don't want, okay? So very slowly, a little bit at a time. Just keep whisking. Just want to get those eggs to the right temperature without cooking them. It's a good arm workout today. Just think of getting your exercises. So you're burning your calories before you eat it. Alrighty. Alright, so now our eggs are basically tempered and we're just going to add the rest of this, okay? Scrape out all the good stuff out of here. Now I have 5, oh that's stuck right to that like caramel. I have 5 ramekins ready sitting in a water bath because you have to water bath this just like when you're doing a creme brulee. Okay, I don't know how many this is going to fill. If I need an extra one, I'll throw another one in there, but I don't know how much this one makes. Okay, so now I'm just going to run this through my sieve to make sure we catch any bits, and it doesn't look like there are any, which we love that. Okay, a little foam, but that's about it. Okay, so now I'm going to fill these up. May not even have enough for 5. I'm going to go right to where that line is. There's a little lip line on that. Maybe 4 I'll get out of this, we'll see. Yeah, looks like 4. Alright, dinner for 4. Or dessert for 4, after dinner for 4. Okay, so let me just actually scrape all this out of here. I want to make sure they're basically even. So they're all the same, so nobody gets gypped. So I can take this one out then. Okay, our 4 butterscotch pot de creme, or pots of cream, however you want to say it. I'll have to ask my mom, she's Canadian, so she'll give me the proper French pronunciation on that if I'm saying it wrong. Alrighty, so into our oven for about a half hour, 300-degree oven. Make sure you got your water bath going here. It should still be jiggly. It's very jiggly now because it's wet, but as it's cooking, it's going to start to firm up. But you want to make sure that it's still jiggly at the half-hour mark, okay? You don't want it cooked all the way through because that's not what we're looking for. Alrighty, see when this comes out. Okay, so our pot de creme is out of the oven, out of our water bath. It's on our cooling rack here. We're just going to let that cool a little bit. Just like I said, make sure when you move them, they're still jiggly, okay? Not runny, just jiggly. So we're going to let these cool down. See, the birds are all excited too. We're going to let these cool down, then we're going to cover them and put them into our fridge. So let them get to room temperature first, then put them in the fridge, let them cool till they're cold, then we're ready to try them. So we'll see you later on for the tasting. Alrighty? Alright, so there we are. Our butterscotch pots de creme, as they call it. Pot of cream. Why they got to give it a French accent, I don't know. Anyway, it's been sitting in the fridge. Well, let's take a look. Yeah, I mean, it's basically like the creme brulee we've done. It's like any custard we've done. I don't know what the difference is. I don't know why they got to give it a special name. But we haven't done butterscotch before, so let's give it a try. Oh, God. It's so rich and caramel and pudding-like, and oh my God. See, stuff like this is dangerous because I could eat this stuff all day. Thank God it only made 4. I'm not going to eat 4 tonight, though, I'll tell you that. Oh my God, that is so good. Okay, this one's a keeper. Another keeper. Definitely do this one again. It's very caramelly, very... Yeah, I mean, it doesn't taste like butterscotch. So I wouldn't call this butterscotch. It tastes more like a caramel to me. Definitely more of a caramel than a butterscotch. When you think of that traditional butterscotch, like a butterscotch pudding or something like that. You know, that very unique flavor that butterscotch has. This has more of a caramel flavor, which is fine with me because I just love myself some caramel. Alrighty, that's our show for today. Pots de creme. Go out and make some, because I don't think you're going to find it anywhere. Alrighty, we'll see you tomorrow, everybody.